us, because you all carry so much. And reverse, 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 let go. Okay, you'll also keep on hearing me through the day using. So it's not just keep quiet. It's soul, heart, head, and hands. And of course, as Africans, we are deeply aware of our souls. So I'm going to invite you to bring your soul consciousness into these conversations, into the work we're going to be doing together. I heard the word learning. You can relax on your chest. I heard the word learning many, many times today. You're not just going to learn from the people who present. We are going to learn from each other because everybody here holds deep knowledge and deep wisdom based on your real and lived experiences. So Yasmin, over to you. You're going to give us a sense of this report and what it entails, and I am going to give you the mic.
Thank you very much, and once again, good morning to everyone. We really appreciate you spending your time with us today. And as much as it's, as Rihanna outlined here, you think you are here to learn. We are here today to listen and to learn from you and to include your experiences as far as possible into the report, because it's about a multitude of voices. It's not just what government says. I'm not downplaying the importance of government. They have a role to play, but it's every one of you sitting here today. You make a village or a town or a city or our country work. And that is what we're recognizing today and asking for your contribution to co-create this report. This report will not only be a report that gets sent to UN Habitat or to the United Nations. It's a report for us as well. We also need to take stock of what we do in our country, how we do it, can we do better or not, and then improve from there onward. If you don't take time to stop and to reflect and you just carry on doing, you might do the wrong thing. So the other thing I want to dispel before we start the presentation, I'm going to be speaking a lot of English, not just English, but like too many fancy words. This is what happens when you get into government, okay? But we all build a city together. We can make it work. So 70 years ago, the significance of that is that it was people's power. It took a while, but we made the change that we needed to see as a country. If now we find ourselves in this situation like we do today, then it's up to all of us to make the next change. Okay? And I think Rihanna's outlined that very well. The nice part about working within the context of a global framework is that even before people at a global level thought about this, we were already in the country developing what we call the Integrated Urban Development Framework. It's always been a contested area. There are those people who believe that if you put more into rural areas, people will stop coming to the city. And then there are people who believe that you've got to make the city better because more and more people are coming to the city and they're not going to be living in the rural areas. The reality is that this is two parts of the same coin. We're in the same country. Okay? So we can debate, we can discuss, we can differ on all of this. Ultimately, it's up to us. Okay? So the global framework, you can see the Sustainable Development Goals were there, very ambitious plans many years ago. They talked about eradicating informal settlements. Those of us who are from Human Settlements Department, from a city, or those living in an informal settlement, people don't choose that. They find themselves in a predicament where they do not have resources, and it's not a housing issue. It's a multidimensional issue of poverty. Okay? So I have been quoted previously while in housing department in Joburg, and I said, we're not the welfare department, we're the housing department. Okay? And you learn from them. In fact, I didn't to extend my hand to others to say, please come and work with me, because we do need welfare as well as housing. Okay. So please remember that we've ascribed to these global frameworks, but we had started doing the work in our country before that. We're good at working out policies. We have extremely progressive policies in our country. Where we are failing is to get those really progressive policies implemented, and implemented in a way in which it touches the heart and the soul and our lives. That's where we're failing. So let's try and work out how to move to the next step. So the link between Sustainable Development Goals and the New Urban Agenda. The New Urban Agenda came a little later. It incorporated totally the Sustainable Development Goals. The SDG 11, and Wabisa spoke about that this morning, is part of it. It's not the only thing. There are many Sustainable Development Goals. We've been able to produce reports, country report for Sustainable Development Goals. It's been done by our former department called Stats South Africa, Statistics South Africa, and we've had a couple of cities or municipalities in our country also do voluntary reports. So people know what they're doing. Even before the SDGs,